Good evening, Ananda. Can you hear me? Yes, thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Very good evening. How are you, Rashma? Everything is fine in your home? Still, some students are joining. Wait for a moment. Even though the finally students they're having examinations of third year 3 2. So we are attending the classes regularly. I'm very happy. Money 430, money 463, Monica. So still yesterday also I have observed. So 411, Kanchana and all. So no problem. Today I think if you want to prepare for internal exam, you can prepare, no issue, because today topics are very easy and they will not that means I'm going to lecture unit 4. So they are the categories of files concept. Okay, so you may not get that questions in interview point of view. Okay, I think so. That is not at all important. If you want to prepare for mid examination, you can leave. That's not an issue. But you are every day you are attending the class. I'm very happy, guys. Especially finally these students I'm telling. Um, okay, so okay, still some students are joining. Okay, anyway, so today I think it is a boring concept actually, because so guys, files concept. Okay, that is not much useful, especially in interview point of view. But as per the syllabus, I have to tell, right? So I don't want to skip anything. So anyway, so first of all, before going to unit 4, in unit 3, I have sent the material on whenever I'm sending the modules material. So yesterday also I mentioned, but I forgot to explain the concept actually. Okay, so I explain about the regular expression by using match, match. So that means whenever I'm giving Harini like that, if I'm giving dot 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 like that, so if it is there for 4 dots are there, then it will match and pattern match will be displayed. I already told you guys. Okay, so here, so I have given one point, but I have just this I did not discuss it at that time actually. Okay, discuss this and I will move to the unit 4 then. Okay, so anyway, so actually in regular expression, for example, if you are doing about my mobile number validation or email ID validation or whatever it may be. Okay, if you are taking, so if you are taking in my example I have used like search method, but in the previous what I mentioned here I used match method. What is the difference between match and search method? I have specified here. Once go through this example. Before going to example, you just read this line. Python offers, so let me take trying tools. Python offers two different primitive operations based on regular expressions. That is match. Match checks for a match only at the beginning of the string. You should clearly understand. It checks only at the beginning of the string. While search checks for a match anywhere in the string. This is the basic difference between a match and search methods, which are defined in regular expression module. Okay, that is RE module. So now I am taking. So here I am taking like a substring, and it is import RE. Guys, substring equal to matching. I am taking the word is a matching. Here it is a word. It is a word matching. Now I am taking the main string. Regular expression is very useful for string matching. It is fast too. I am writing it like this. Okay. Now use of RE dot search method. See, if I am giving RE dot search method like print RE dot search of substring comma string. That means substring is matching and string is regular expression is very useful for string matching like that. Okay, but that means here such method can take anywhere in the string. That means so in this string matching is founded here. That means you can get the matching here. So in this you can easily found that matching is there. That word is matched here. Okay, so now it will return the position of the matching. That means according to string position, it will start from 0. You know, it will start from 0 and it is 1. In the same way, it will calculate this position to this position. It will be displayed in the output screen. Okay, and if I am giving re.match method, so matching is not started. That means I am giving the same syntax. Okay, if I am giving like matching, so matching is not started at the starting point even. Okay, so it was not started at the material not visible. What happened? So is my screen visible, guys? Mahasuda, I think problem from your end. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. 1 minute. But I am telling till now you did not discuss. Okay, okay. Wait, guys, wait, guys. Let me stop screen share again. Thank you, Mahasuda. So are you able to see my material now? So far, I have discussed about this actually. Okay, fine. Thank you, guys. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, okay. So this is the material actually. Okay. So sometimes it may happen like this. Okay, thank you. So match checks for a match only at the beginning of the string. Such checks for a match anywhere in the string. This is the point you have to understand, guys. Okay. So here matching and it is a word you have to search. Okay. This is called substring. Now I am giving string equal to regular expression is very useful for string matching. It is fast too. I am writing this line. So now I am using such method. So such method it matches anywhere in the string. That means it returns. So which position matching is there? That means substring is matching. String is the main string. So you have to use like this. So if I am giving match substring of string like that, so it will not return anything because it is not it is only it will check the at the beginning only. So here it is in beginning I have specified regular x. So that means a regular expression like that. So it is not matched now. So let me move to the material down. You can see the output here. So here it is displayed like none because there is no word like matching in the starting of the match. That is the difference between a match and such. Okay. So in the last class I have specified about match only like this. Then you are able to get the pattern is matched like that. Okay. But in regular expression password validation and username validation I have used search method instead of match. Okay. So this is the major difference between a match and search. Okay. So let me run this once again. Before going to unit 4, I would like to run this. Oh, what happened? 1 minute, guys. So you can see here. So you can see here matching should be found at the location 30 to 40. That means the word this is the 0th position actually. This is the 0th position, you know. So according to that, this matching is there in the 32 position and this is up to 40 position. Okay, so it is displaying like that. But if I'm giving match, so there is no substring like matching in the starting of the string. So it is getting none. None means if it does not return anything, you will get the keyword. That is keyword is none. Okay, you will get the none. None means it is nothing like that. Okay. So 1 minute. I will give another like this. Another word I'm giving like this. Okay, I'm giving Python here. Okay. So for example, I'm changing Python here. Okay. So you can see, guys. Now I am using Python. I'm checking with substring Python in the main string. This is main string, guys. Okay. So main string is Python is very useful like that. It is there. Now search method also will found the Python word and match method also will found the word like Python because so match method, whatever the match method you are taking, this is it is at the starting position only. So here if I am running this program, you can check the output now. Now I'm getting the same output. Okay, for two lines. Okay, So you can see, so from 0 to 6th position, that means you have, so this is 0 like that, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it is nothing, it is taking up to 0 to 6 like that, okay. So the Python word is sharing in the 0 to 6 locations like that, okay. So let me move, like here I'm adding high. If I'm adding like high, okay? Now Python is not there at the starting position, okay. Now let me run this code again. It is getting none because now high is there in the starting position. So match you always checks the code, okay. You can see here, match checks the code only at the beginning of the string, search checks the code or anywhere in the string, okay. So this is the very easy example, guys. Hope you understand. I will move to the unit 4 then, okay. So till now, so far we have covered up to unit 3 concepts, okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the chat box. So I'm closing this. So in unit 3, if you have any doubts, you can answer, guys. You just ask, no problem. So today I would like to discuss about theory concepts maximum. So okay, so they are not much useful, but I would like to tell you based on the syllabus I have to cover, right? So now I would like to move to the unit. So the topics are files operations, okay, file operations in Python, okay. So this is the concept actually. I will see, but unit 4 completely depends upon files and object-oriented concepts. Actually, it is not in a proper way actually. So first, if they are giving the object-oriented programming concept, that is very easy, guys, okay. So especially finalist students, you can join the class, that means whenever I'm starting object-oriented programming concept, you can join them, okay, because you are having external examinations and all, I know. So those are very important for you. So these are not much useful. I think almost 2-3 days, 2-3 days almost I will discuss it. Not on 2-3 days, so I think 4 days I will discuss these concepts, okay. These are not much useful in your interview point of view, I am telling, okay. So please concentrate in your exams also, as well as TCS examination, okay. So anyway, so you can see, guys, unit 3 already completed. We have already covered all the modules and all the packages. In the last class also I had discussed about how to create a package, how to create an application, how to create a new application like that, okay. So let me open unit 4. So this is unit 4, guys. So here, this is basically we have 2 concepts here. So this is the first concept, that means this is the first chapter, this is the second chapter like that, okay. So these are OOPS concept, like it is like, if you know Java, it is very easy, guys, okay. So these are object oriented programming, like for example, Python is divided into 2 categories, okay. So core Python and advanced Python. So advanced Python belongs to OOPS concepts, okay. But today I would like to discuss some OOPS concepts as well, because I have to tell one concept according to the syllabus. So writing log files in Python, in that I will give you some introduction in OOPS point, okay. So anyway, so the first question is the file operations. This is the heading, guys. So here I would like to mention about reading config files in Python, okay. Reading config files in Python, okay. These are not much useful in an interview point of view. Once again I'm telling. So you just go to the examples what I'm telling, okay. So you know that file, what is a file? File is a collection of records which stores the information, you know that, okay. Because we already discussed about in unit 3 itself, what is meant by file, what is the how to create a file, that how to read the data from that file. We already executed the one example even, okay. So like read method, okay, and write method and open and close. We discussed about only those 4 methods, especially in unit 3 we have some topic like text files like that, okay. So at the time I already given the notes also, so you can check with the notes also as well. So that's not a problem. Even I think the unit 2, not unit 3, it is a concept like text files, okay. So this whenever I'm telling this concept, I already told you how to create a files like that, okay. So anyway, and today according to the syllabus I would like to mention about reading. These are the main heading, file operations. So these are the various file operations I have to discuss. Today I would like to discuss up to these 2 concepts, okay. So reading config files in Python, writing log files in Python. First of all, what is meant by config? The full form of config is configuration, okay. The full form of config is configuration. So configuration means, for example, I would like to buy a new laptop, for example, I am assuming, okay. So if you are going to any shops like that, okay, so they will ask you which configuration laptop you want to buy. So they will ask some question like that, okay. So the configuration is nothing but, that means, for example, if you want to buy any mobile phone also, that means you have some idea, that means which megapixel camera will be there, okay. So and RAM speed and OS or the company name or brand name, so whatever it may be, okay. These are the various specifications. These are nothing but actually configuration is called, okay. So even in the laptops, for example, if I want to buy a laptop, I would like to mention a hard disk capacity, that means 1 terabyte. I want a 1 terabyte hard disk, okay. So I want a 8 GB RAM, I want touch screen laptop, okay. These are the various specifications, okay. But these specifications can be configured earlier, that means whatever the files we have, so that means, for example, that should be mentioned earlier in, that is nothing but a configuration, that's all only, okay. Simple example, okay. So why it is very useful? Actually it is not much useful, it is not in our control. According to syllabus, you can see they are asking writing log files, but it is reading configuration files. That means they did not discuss about writing configuration files, because we may not create a configuration file. We cannot create a configuration file. If you want to create, you can, but I will tell you example, okay. So what it meant by configuration? First of all, before going to the example, I would like to discuss what is a reading, how to read the configuration files in Python. This is the concept we would like to discuss. And we know some of the modules we have till now. So far we have discussed some modules, but in this concept I would like to discuss about one concept again, import, okay. Import config, like this here, 1 minute. I don't want to move to the all the time, so I just copy the code. So this is import config parser, okay. So this is the code actually for reading a configuration file, okay. So what is this configuration file? I will tell you guys, okay. So here you are doing a lot of operations. For example, without mouse also we can do some operations. For example, I'm not using mouse now, okay. So by using shift and arrow, I'm not using mouse now, okay. I'm pressing shift and arrow, up arrow. Now I'm selecting the text, okay. For example, I would like to comment this value. I don't want to right click and I don't want to give like a comment like that, okay. If I'm giving control, okay, 1, if I'm pressing control 1, it is getting a comment lines, okay. So I'm not using mouse here. You can see now I'm using mouse, it is rolling here. You can see, guys, if I'm giving right click also, you're getting comment or uncomment, it is showing like control 1. So like we are executing the run cells like that, F9 we are pressing. So control Z is undo, control X. These are the various shortcuts you have. So but how it is configuring? Who configured this actually? How whenever I'm giving control C, why it is giving copy? For example, if I'm doing copy, like I don't want to click on this, okay? Just I would like to select the mouse, and if I would like to press on, I'm just moving a cursor outside, okay? I'm pressing control C and I'm just selecting here and I'm pasting here a control V, okay? Without right click also I can paste here, right? You know that. That means this is also one of the configuration, guys, okay? So once again I'm searching here. So I'm not uncommenting here. I'm just pressing control 1, okay, again. I'm pressing control 1 again. So now comments is removed here, okay. So but this is a line actually. You can use control 1 also, that's not a problem at all, okay. So that means in Spider, not only Spider, for every application configuration will be there, okay. So you have to know about how to configure a file. So first of all, here I have usually one module. You should remember config parser. This is a predefined module, config parser, okay. So here I'm using like read method, so section, and what output I will get, I will tell you, okay. So I will tell you everything, don't worry. Okay, so first config parser, just now we have discussed about that, okay. So it implements a basic configuration language for Python programs. For example, which language I have to use, which what are the various specifications and all, that is the configuration file. And configuration file should have the extension with .conf or .ini, whatever it may be. That's not a problem at all. Okay, so in Windows basically we are having a .ini files only. Okay, in Linux it may differ. Okay, in Linux operating system it may differ. That's the reason I have specified here. So config parser allows writing Python programs which can be customized by end users easily. That means you can configure whatever the codes you want to discuss like that. Okay, so I will show the examples, don't worry. And here the configuration file consists of sections followed by key value pairs of options. The section names are delimited with the square brackets, that is square character, like square box characters. The pairs are separated within colon or equal to. Comments started with either a hash or with colon, with semicolon. Okay, that means what is this, sir? Actually, I think you are unable to understand this concept. I will tell you guys, don't worry. So whatever the Python code we have, we are extension with the .py, you know guys. Okay, but here the configuration files, that means whatever the question we are getting here, reading configuration files, that means you have to take one configuration file from your directory, then you have to read the configuration files. What are the existing commands are there in the configuration file, you have to show it. So this is the concept we have to cover, guys. Okay, so here you can see the configuration files. It contains key value pairs. I will show key value pairs, how it will be done. Okay, now I'm using a game. For example, I'm just using like you know guys, everybody is playing a lot of games. I think one game is there, guys. I think it is Subway Surf. Okay, Subway Surf. Okay, I think everybody knows that Subway Surf game. Okay, so in that for some students, for example, if they want to play while running in the classroom, they have to sound off. That means music off, like that, sound off. It will be there like that. Okay, so here by default it is, that means every configuration file should have the extension .ini according to Windows OS. Okay, so in the first square bracket it is getting default settings like that. Okay, sound equal to 1, music equal to 1, volume equal to 0.8, minimum volume it is giving like that. Okay, so you know the difference between a sound and music. Okay, so that means while running one shark boy is running away from the like police. Okay, so along with the dog he is running away, you know already, guys. Okay, so then it is getting some sound. Okay, you will get some music also. Okay, that means it is like I'm giving like 1 and volume like that 0.8 and resolution. That means resolution is nothing but the evidence of particular game. Okay, so that means for example, I am using laptop. So laptop having some resolution 1920 into 1088 pixels. Okay, so here user, that means here this is a default settings actually, but user can have their own settings. For example, user can have to select anything. For example, if sound can have 0, that means false. That means for example, if sound equal to 1, some students may if they are in the classroom, so they don't want to play with sound, right? You know guys. Okay, because you are already doing a lot of things when I'm teaching, when we are teaching in the classrooms. Okay, you are always busy with your WhatsApp messages and all, and you usually check with your in your bags only. Okay, I think you know everyone. Okay, I don't want to tell all these things. Okay, so in that way you are using, right? In that case you are just sound like 0 and music equal to 0 and volume you want to check with volume. That means these are the user settings. Okay, let me explain shortcut. Let me explain. The example ini file above has 2 sections, that is default and user. Usually Python programs are coded in such a manner that default section values are never changed. That means these are created by developers. Okay, the default section is used to reset overall or individual values to default values. For example, if you're resetting the values also, if the sound may off, but by default they have sound on button also is there. Okay, that is the point you have to understand. Okay, next, in the same way here, the section names can be anything. It is not necessary to have a default section at all. You can name it like any name. You don't need to give like default user. You can give any name. It's not a problem at all. Okay, so 1 minute. Next, and it uses to safely provide default values in configuration parser fails to pass certain variables. Okay, the logic to handle these sections variables under the fallbacks values can be defined in the Python program itself. Symbols like hash and semicolon can be used to denote comments in configuration files. So that's the reason here you can see here I have used semicolon. That is, here I used semicolon. Here I used hash also, because till now it is not a Python file. You should understand, guys, this is not a Python file. Python file comment line should be started with a hash. This is not a Python file. This is .ini file. This is .ini file. Sir, where we found this, sir? Actually, shall we create this? Mean, if you want to create, you can create. That's not a problem at all. But I am not doing any application because we want to know about the reading configuration files. Then how we will get the configuration file, sir? I will tell you. First, all of you, when I'm running the Spider window, you can see my program location. You can see my program location. It is there. For all the students, they are getting this location. You can check in your systems also. Okay. C Ojas Kumar Spider my programs final.py. This is the file name. Okay. So let me clear this. I will open that path. C program files. No program files. Users. Okay. Kumar Spider Py3. Here, every students, that means whoever installed Spider, they will get one folder like config. Okay, config. Okay, you will get this folder in your system itself. You can check, guys. Okay, that's not a problem. So I'm just opening the config file. Here you can see some files are there. Okay, those are internal files. I did not created these files, guys. Okay, so now here you can see this configuration settings file. Okay, so Spider transient. So if you have the system, you can check, guys. I think it is there in your systems also. Okay, so now I am opening one of the file like Spider. These are created by Spider developers. I am not created this. Okay, I will open this. Okay, so you can see, before going to the explanation, I would like to open with the properties. You can see this file name extension should be configuration settings .ini. You can see here. You can see here. Okay. So almost it was created at August 23rd. Okay. So at that time I reinstalled my laptop actually. So at that time I installed Spider again. So that's the reason it is showing like August 23rd. Okay. So I did not created this. Okay. So what is this configuration file, sir? I will tell you. So I'm opening this configuration file. You just open with the notepad. Okay, you open with notepad because these are like this symbol, like a special symbol like that. Okay, configuration settings like that. So let me open this. So this is Spider ini file. So this is the code we have. I don't know what is this meaning and all, but you can know some values, you know, definitely. You can here everything is key value pairs like equal to true, equal to false, like that. Okay, so you will get like this. You can have a lot of code here. Okay, so I think you are able to understand. So what is this and all, because whenever I already told you what is the control one, what is copy, what is a paste and all. Okay, here it is mentioned, Spider IDE mentioned that. So whenever you are giving a control one, you have to get the comment. So this is the meaning actually. That's the reason only when I am pressing control one, I am getting the comment line. These are the already defined by Spider itself. That means whatever the software you are using, okay. So this ini file will be created by themselves, not created by myself. Okay. So here we have lot of lines are there, not only control control one. So you can see, for example, I am able to copy. How I am able to copy? That means here I have given the condition like editor or copy equal to control plus C. So then that is the reason only you are doing control C. Okay. So by default, you know that. So in Word or in Excel sheet or whatever it may be, you can know what is meant by control C, what is meant by control V. But how they are applicable to Spider? How it is applicable to Spider? That means internally it is configured by the Spider. Like for example, if I am giving the operations like control V, control A means select all. You can find it here. You can find it control A also there. Here you can see control A is there. So these are, that means if you want to run, you have to click F9. So based on these commands only, our Spider is running. You should understand in that way. This is called configuration. Okay. Now, so I don't want to write this, guys. So I am writing that file name here, spider.ini. Okay. So this is the code to read the configuration file data. So this is the concept we have in the syllabus. So reading configuration files in Python. Now I will tell you how to read the particular values. Now you are able to understand what is a configuration file and what is the extension of the configuration file, that is .ini. So now how to read configuration file in Python, I will tell you. Here we have one module called config parser. First you have to create one object like parser equal to config parser dot config parser. So what is this, sir? I think many of the students know about the Java, but second CSC students don't know about Java. I will tell you. So this is nothing but an instance creation in Java actually, but in Python also we have object oriented concepts, you know guys. Okay, so in Python we have the object oriented concepts. That's the reason here the parser is a variable. So here config parser is a class actually, it is a class. That means whenever you want to create an object, instance is nothing but an object. Okay, why we have to create an object, I will tell you guys. Okay, for example, in object oriented programming language, class means a collection of objects. Okay, even I think many of the students know about the object oriented programming language, that is C++. Okay, so in C++ also you know what is a class, what is an object. I think sir may already explained, I think, but I am telling for general purpose, class is a collection of objects and object is an instance of a class. That means, for example, I would like to for example uh, uh, I would like to for example I would like to, for example, I'm telling a real-time example, I will tell you guys. Okay, I would like to build one house. Okay, I would like to build one house. First of all, what step I have to do? So I have to take a building plan. The plan is nothing but a class. That means it's a blueprint for an object actually, it is called as a, okay. So what is meant by object means object is a physical entity. That means you can able to see. For example, if you want to build a house, so you need objects like sand, okay, bricks, cement, workers, water. Okay, so these are all the various objects we have. So these are the real entities. That means your physical entities, those are called as physical entities. Class is a logical entity. You are unable to see that actually. Okay, so here for example, how objects will be communicated each other. So through by creating an object, an object is calling the particular method. Okay, that means, for example, two workers want to discuss something. For example, they want to discuss how to prepare a wall and all. Okay, so they want to discuss something. That discussion should be there with the methods. Okay, I am telling a real-time example, guys. Okay, so that's the reason only I am telling this example. Okay, so here now config parser is a class. I am creating an object for this. I am giving like parser equal to config parser dot config parser. Here whatever the methods we have here, I will tell you. Here I am telling this. Read is one of the method, and sections is one of the method, items is one of the method. So these are the methods we are accessing to parser. That means parser dot. That means whenever you are using a object, the objects are only used to communicate the message passing, like method communication. Message passing is nothing but method communication. Okay, so by using object only you can call the methods. Okay, so these are somewhat theory concepts, guys. Don't worry, because according to syllabus I want to tell you. Please hope you understand, guys. Okay, now I'm creating import parser. Now I already explained this line. So now parser is an object. Now I am using parser dot read. So read method is used to read the particular configuration file. Here spider.ini. What is spider.ini? Just now I already explained what is a spider.ini. This is spider.ini file. Okay, so you can take any file, transient file also you can take, but for your example, for your understanding purpose, I am telling spider.ini. Okay, now 1 minute. So okay, here I am using for loop. Why I am using two for loops here? Because first of all, you can see the output, then you will understand the concept. So the concept is you have to read the configuration file. You know that configuration file is there, but configuration file is having lot of lines. You know that already. Okay, so just now I already opened this control C, control A, and every configuration is there in that. You already seen just now, I think. Okay, so let me run this code, and all are commented. Okay, fine. Now let me run this. What happened? Okay. 1 minute, guys. So actually, I want to be in particular location because the config spider.ini file is there. Okay, I will tell you one more thing, guys. I have to tell one more thing. Spider.ini file is there in the location like a spider python config. But I always used to prefer my programs like that. Here my programs are there. That's the reason I'm not getting the output. First of all, I would like to move to the where the our spider inif configuration file is there. I have to move to particular location. So this is the file I have already created. I have practiced earlier. Okay, so check. So this is like I'm creating like chek actually. So it is like it is taking like that. Okay, so let me open this. You can see my location now. Config check.py because spider.ini file is there in that location. That's the reason I would like to run that program from that location only. Okay, that's the reason I did not get the output. So 2 minutes back. Okay, so let me run this code now. Yes, now I got the output, guys. Okay, you can see, guys, whatever the spider.ini file data is there, you can see all the data here. So just now I told you about control C, control V, like that. You are able to all whatever the code we have in that file, like key value paste, that is equal to is there. You know, guys, all the data should be displayed like this here. Okay, so this all data should be there in config.ini file. This is like spider.ini. Okay, not config.ini. Okay, so here what is the lots line pdb execute events equal to false. You can see like that. Okay, you can check. Okay, so pdb execute events equal to false. That means whatever the data we have in ini file, it is getting in this. Okay, so you can check all the lines, no problem. That's not a problem at all. So ignore a library equal to false. Ignore library equal to false. Okay, so I think console will display some of the items. Okay, most probably. I think it is also taking some duration, I think. Okay, so every line, whatever the lines we are having configuration, that means now we are able to reading the configuration file data. So you can see here control C, copy, control V, paste, everything is there here. Okay, so now this is a spider.ini file. So our concept is, what is the concept called? Reading configuration files in Python. Okay, so this is the method which is used to read the particular configuration file. The configuration file should have a extension .ini. The spider.ini is there in your system only. You can check your directories. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. That's not a problem at all. And I'm using for section. I'm taking like variable sect pass.section. Sir, what is meant by section, sir? I will tell you. Everything is I mentioned in the notes. You can check, no problem, guys. But I will tell you. Here we have three basic methods. What is these three methods? Read. Read means read and pass the named configuration file. That means it will check. Pass means it will check whether it is there in the configuration file is there in our local directory or not. Sections. Return all the configuration section names. For example, you are getting the section names like hash. You can see just now I told you. So there is a default and user square bracket like that. We will have some features like that. You can check in the spider.ini also. You will get the same pattern. So it is their main. So he is created like main. Okay. So you can check square bracket. They have to mention. These are predefined. They mentioned version. Okay. So the internal console. So internal console maximum how many lines we have to display. Everything will be displayed here. Okay. But these are not the commands. We are not developed this. Okay. So here everything is there. So that's the reason I have tell just a small example for your understanding purpose, because whenever you are telling a configuration file, you have to write a line. You have to write all these lines. That's the reason only I have given a simple example for like a game. Like if I'm taking a game, I would like to take 3 attributes like 4 attributes like sound, music, volume, 0.8. What is equal to and all? These are the key value pairs. This is a key, this is a value. Okay, that's the reason I have taken this in Spider IDE. I have taken this parser.sections. So it will take each section and it will print the particular section with colon symbol. Okay, that means whatever the sections we have, main is the one section. Okay, so just know internal console is one section. That is the way. And what is this? What is this? K comma v? K comma v stands for key value. So pass that items. What is the use of items method? Items method. Okay, I will tell you. So items method is written as a list of tuples with name value for each option in the section. Okay, so that means for each section, whatever the key value pairs are there, you are getting these values like so control C, control V. You are able to see like this. Okay, so you will get the values with key value pairs. Okay, so that's the reason he is giving for loop. So you have to just remember this code. That's not a problem at all, because this is a very easy code, I think so, compared to remaining or not. Okay, because I have gone through so many websites, but it is the very easy, I think so. Okay, so hope you understand, guys. This is I am using curly braces. You know that what is this curly brace means? It is a key. It is a placeholder. So key value should be there. After that, equal to will be printed. After that, value will be printed. So this is the way you have to print like this. Okay, so this is how to read a configuration file, guys. Somewhat confusing, don't worry, guys. Okay, same way, these are not much useful like themselves. Meant by log. So I think you know, guys, what is meant by log. Log means you have to maintain some record actually. Okay, so log means in Python we have some method logging. So logging is one of the module we have. One of the module we have. But here we have to write log files. This is the major thing we have to do. So what is logging? First of all, you should understand logging is means of tracking events that happen when some software developing, debugging, and running. That means you are developing a code and you are debugging. For example, if you are having any bugs, so then you should debug that. Debug means the process of reducing the errors is nothing but debugging, and you have to run that particular code. This is called logging. Okay, so you have to maintain each and every data. For example, if you want to maintain a bank website, for example, you are the I am working in a software company. I am the developer. Okay, so I'm taking a project from one of the State Bank of India website. So I am maintaining his for their website. Okay, and let us assume like that. Okay, so that means whenever any SBI customers are doing transactions through online, so we have to take care about the website maintenance. So that is nothing but website maintenance and all. So that means you have to write a code and you have to debug. Debug means if you are having any errors, the developers immediately down that particular server. Okay, that means sometimes you will see any if you are getting any results, intermediate results or MSET results, sometimes you are able to checking your roll number like that. The server is too busy like that. It will check like this sometimes. Okay, so if the server is under maintenance also, it will be displayed like that. And if the customers are also accessing, lakhs of people also accessing the same website also, you will get the same problem. Those are nothing but bugs actually, because whenever you are creating a website, it should be accessible to anyone everywhere. That means that is a very important thing we have to discuss. Okay, so whenever I am creating a that big project, I am telling for big projects. Okay, if there are any errors or crashes are there in our program, for example, let us assume I would like to draw 10,000 rupees from I would like to transfer 10,000 rupees to my friend actually. Okay, through online SBI website. Okay, you know that online SBI is maintaining some website. You can send the amount to the particular person. Okay, but if you are sending the 10,000, if your amount is debited almost 12,000, that is the bug actually. Okay, so that is the bug actually. That means whenever you are having bugs, you no need to use like print statement to check whether it is correct or not. Instead of that, you have to maintain some logs in a projects. For example, whatever the project you are doing, okay, you have to maintain some record. Log is nothing. For example, you know that call logs. In our mobiles, we have call logs. What is meant by call logs? That means whenever you are getting a missed call or received call or a outgoing call, so they are there in the logs folder, you know that already. Okay, likewise we have some logging method, that means logging technique in Python. So these are very useful to create whenever any developer are getting any problems or testers are getting any problems while running your application. You will get noticed by a particular line, that is nothing but a logging, that's all. So sir, and many students doubt about that, can we use definitely print statement, sir? You are thinking like that, some students may think like that. That's the reason I have given that question also here, why printing is not good option for that. Okay, so for example, if we, that means if the website is in problem condition only, that message want to display. If you are using print message, even though it is working, then it is busy server is too busy, it is wrong actually. That's the reason I don't want to prefer print at that time. Okay, so that's the reason only we are using the logging technique. In this is a built-in module actually. So this is the module, built-in module means predefined module. Like just now we have discussed about okay, so config parser like that. Okay, next you can see I already written some whatever the examples I told you just now. Some developers use the concept of printing the statements to validate if the statements are exactly correct or some error has occurred. But printing is not a good idea. It may solve your issues for simple scripts, but for complex scripts printing approaches with failed. That means for large projects like whatever I am discussing right now. Okay, so now how logging works. I will tell you. So import logging, this is one of the module we have. Okay, so here I am using, these are very useful for enterprises purpose only. That means only developers will use. Actually, why he given this topic here, I don't know. These are not much useful for you. Okay, so especially for your large projects only, we are thinking in that way. So actually, we have some 5 techniques we have. So debug, info, warning, error, critical. So these are the 5 techniques we have whenever I'm running the my website. So I have to maintain these 5 things in that directory. Okay, so what is meant by debug? It is used to provide detailed information and only use it when they're diagnosing problems. For example, if you're getting any problems only, then only you will get the debug option. Info, it provides information regarding that things are working as we want. For example, whatever the things you are running in the working condition, then info will be used. What is warning? Okay, these 3 are very important, guys. So first 2 are almost very easy, guys. Okay, what is warning? So it is used to warn the something happen unexpectedly or we will face the problem in the upcoming time. For example, some students, I think you don't know, guys, some finally students are facing a lot of issues with TCS Ion Desk website because of server maintenance problem. That website is not under the not like that is something many students are facing some issues there because whenever they are giving the details of their particulars like username and password also they are unable to log in. That means they are facing issue. Even TCS company people are from 2 days onwards they are facing this issue. Okay, I know personally because HR also messaged me in that way. Okay, so I have posted the same thing. I think many of the students, third is also there here, finally is also there here, they know. That means sometimes our websites may unexpectedly down due to some reasons. Okay, so we have to know where it is there. For example, I am running a 10 lines of code. If I'm having any error, I'm very easy to solve that particular line. But for example, I am maintaining an online website, online SBI website. How many modules we have? That means, for example, I want to transact, I want to send some amount to the particular person. If I will get any amount, I want to receive that amount, whether it is received or not. Within a fraction of seconds, I have to. Even you know that today you are using, so many users are using like Phone Pay, Tez, Google Pay, and all. Within fraction of seconds, you are able to transact the particular amount. Okay, so sometimes if you're sending any amount, you will get a retry. You will just get retry because server is busy. You will get some error. I think have you faced any issue there? Anyone have you faced this issue? Anyone, please let me know in the chat box. Sometimes if you're sending any money to your friend, it will get like retry. I think you don't know that what. Oh yes, try again like that. That means you don't know what happened. So in that case, we have to move to the particular logging methods. Okay, logging techniques. Okay, so this is warning, this is not somewhat not problem, but error it is used to inform whenever we have serious trouble. Okay, and fifth one, it specifies the serious error. Program itself may be incapable of remaining executing. For example, critical means just now I told you. For example, I would like to send the amount 10,000. If the another person receiving 12,000, so this is a critical error actually. So these are the various types of errors we have actually. Okay, for all these problems, you can sufficiently handle these type of problems using logging. Logging is a technique. Okay, so log files, that means for example, if you're just you just debited any amount unexpectedly, then you will go to your bank statement and you will ask why sir, my amount is debited in this, so what happened, then they will give you one statement to you. That means they will maintain some record. Without record they can't do anything, right? So everything, whatever, for example, if you're transferring any amount, so in Paytm or whatever it may be, for example, Phone Pay or Google Pay also, it will ask some line. So what is this for? It will ask like that because it will specify why you are transacting that amount. It will be shown in their bank website also. That's the reason it is getting like empty space like that. Then you will write it is for friends or relatives, or some students are for coupons also, they will send 100 rupees to another person. So like they will write a coupon or lucky like that. Okay, they will get 5 rupees or 10 rupees, and so many times you will get better luck next time. Okay, so we don't have any luck, I know. So but we don't get more than 5 rupees and 10 rupees. Okay, so these are somewhat numeric values also we have. So for debug 10 numeric value, info 20 numeric value, these defined by language itself. These are not much useful for you. You just remember for your bit internal mid purpose only, you just read. Okay, this is not a problem at all. For critical situation, numeric value is 50. So anyway, I will move to the program first. I think already it is there, I think. Anyway, okay. Anyway, I will copy here. Here you can see this is the separate syntax. You don't use print statement. Okay, so how you logging can be done? So how to the question is according to our syllabus, writing log files in Python. Okay, how to write log files, I will tell you now. Now I am writing a log file. Okay, so this is a log file. Import logging, just now I told you guys. So now I told you we have 5 methods like debug, info, warning, error, critical. So these two are the debug message is displaying, the info message is displaying, the warning message is displaying, the error message is displaying, the critical message is displaying like that. But I don't want to give like this. I'm just for your understanding purpose only, I'm writing a simple lines here. Okay, if the warning means it is very easy to clarify. That means for example, this that is not a critical situation actually. So just now I told you about critical situation. That means whenever I'm transacting the amount, okay, you can add. That means it is a critical error. That means you are able to discuss. That means, oh, critical error is going on. That means some bad is going on in our website. Okay, you can think in that way. That is nothing but logging.critical. Okay, I'm just using a simple lines. Okay, now I'm running the code. You can see, guys. Okay, you can see, guys. I am getting only warning, error, critical only. That means whatever the values I have, the warning message is displaying, it is displaying. But what about these two? These two are not the errors. This is just for information. For example, that program is working successfully. Okay, that means for example, if the user is logging in the bank website, so login successfully, you will get a message like that. So, but it is hiding. So it is just like a hiding only. It is not displaying actually. Okay, so debug also means the server is able to run the same program. That means the server is able to run that particular module. That means whatever the module you are receiving, for example, even whatever, not only bank websites, some websites, not only bank website, for any website, the debugging is running smoothly, then you will not get that error. Okay, but what is this warning, error, critical means? Whenever you are writing a big line of code, like means 1,000 line of code, you are maintaining a large website. Okay, so you like bank website and a hospital website like that. Okay, then you have to think so where the error conditions are there. For example, so like for example, whenever you are giving you are uploading any resume or what, that's not a problem at all actually. But whatever the critical methods I told you, like money transactions. If you're getting sometimes, I think you are paying the amount to the JNDK, through JNDK, you are sending the supply fees and the regular fees and all. But sometimes your amount is debited, but it is displaying that, so it will take 5 days time, it will take 4 days time, like that it will display. That means it's just a warning. Okay, but some for example, so you are successfully submitted the whatever the for example, if you are successfully payment the particular examination fees, then you will get the success message and you will get a download option also for the particular payment receipt. That is but debug and info you can be used in that way. That means where we have to use these 5 lines means I am telling. Okay, so I am telling in that way. But I want to specify one example, guys, because I want to especially explain about object-oriented programming concept. But today I would like to discuss one concept because you don't know where it will be done. Okay, now let me give a small example for your understanding purpose. So now I am creating a small example here. I think you are able to understand, and who knows Java, they can able to understand. But I will tell you what is this one, because just now I told you critical error and warning and all. So this is actually object-oriented programming concept. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I will cover after 1 week actually. But according to topic, I would like to discuss right now itself, because I think many students are very dull today because of these concepts. Okay, that's the reason I would like to discuss about why error will be used in which cases. I will tell you now. This is a simple example. If I am giving 10 by 2 division, nothing will happen. It will display simply 5.00 like that. If I am giving 10 by 0, what will happen? So it is the major thing actually. That means it is nothing but a error in C language, but it is nothing but an exception in C++, Java and Python also, because Python is also a object-oriented language. Okay. So what is the difference between a Python and a C language is nothing but it is the one of the difference. Okay. So whenever you are doing a division of 0, so you will get an error. That means it's not an error, actually it's an exception. So exception is nothing but a definition itself. It is saying that is a runtime error. It is a runtime error. So before going to this example, I would like to give a simple example. First of all, I will move to the new tab and I am running the simple code here. I would like to move to the simple example, guys. Now I am giving a equal to 10, b equal to 2. So print a by b. So print a by b. Okay. Now I am running the code. I am getting 5.0. That is correct answer. But what will happen if I am giving 0? This is the question I would like to ask you guys. Okay. Now I am giving a by 0. That means I am running the program. Okay. Now I am getting 0 division error like this. So this is error actually. Okay. But whatever, that means the process of handling runtime errors is called exception handling. So because exception is a runtime error. So even it is displaying in red color actually. That means whenever it is displaying in red color, it is a critical error actually. You need to take that error now. So you are using a try and except block here. I think many of the students know about the Java who are having except second CSC student. So we have a try block and except in this. Okay. Here that error can be captured like a print statement. What we have to write? So whatever the exception line we are having, like C equal to A by B, that should be kept in a try block. What is try, sir? I will tell you. So this is actually object-oriented programming concept, but I would like to tell you 5 minutes. Okay. So you can see I have some keywords, you know that. So here we have the keywords like except and try. These are the two keywords, guys. What try means, whenever you are getting an exception block, that means 10 by 0 is an exception block. That line should be put there in the try block. That is the main thing, guys. Okay, you should understand. For example, if I am giving a equal to 10, it is not exception. If I am giving b equal to 0 also, it is not an exception, because I would like to do a plus b. Then it will not get an exception, right? If I am doing only a by b, then I will get an exception. Exception is nothing but a runtime error. Okay. That block, that means whatever the a by b we have, that should be kept in try block. This is nothing but a try. Okay. So then after try, you have to immediately give like except here. So except means it is like a catch. So catch statements is there in Java actually, but second CSC students don't know. So that's the reason I don't want to specify now. So 1 minute, guys. Now accept exception as E, that means exception is a predefined class here, E is an object. As you know already, as is a alias. So as is nothing but it is a keyword. So it is converting like E means E is an exception object. Now I am giving logging dot error exception occurred. That means instead of the zero division error, it will display. Let me display, then you will be able to understand. So it is display like zero division error in only normal letters. That means it is just like a, that means it's not like a big error like that. It will just showing like logging dot error. So that means whatever the logging technique we are using here, so it will display the error in normal format, like output, whatever the output we will get like this. So it will display like that. Okay, let me open this. So 1 minute, let me clear all the console and you are able to see now. So now I am getting this. Okay, 1 minute, guys. I think some more lines I have to comment. Okay, so now you are able to see the output now. So in output also I have mentioned here. I think you hope you understand, guys. Here I mentioned the this is exception info. What is this exception info? I will tell you. If you don't set true to the exception info, the output will not inform us about the exception. That's the reason I have given true. So this is nothing but exception. Exception is nothing but 10 by division by 0. That means, but it will be displayed like a output only. It's not like a error because it's just like a big error like that. But it is just like a print statement. Instead of print statement, you can use print statement also. But whenever you are having a big website, you are maintaining such websites, then only you should prefer logging. This is nothing but how to create a log file. So you are now this file is called as a log file. Whenever you writing a log file, this is nothing but you are maintaining the record. If the program is successfully running, if I'm giving the same program, okay, so let me give C equal to A by B. So for example, if you would like to print a C value, if I'm giving number 2, it will not get into the exception, you know that. But I will tell you in object-oriented programming concepts, don't worry now, okay, because according to syllabus I am moving, okay. These are mentioned object-oriented programming concepts here only, okay. So don't worry, guys, I hope you understand, but it is somewhat theory concept, don't worry. So hope you understand, and let me forward the feedback form link. Please wait for a moment. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. Otherwise, you can leave the session. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. These are not much useful in interview point of view. Don't worry, guys. Okay, so I will send this material anyway. Okay, nobody is asking doubts. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Take care.